Hey guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to get a great discussion on gaming and all that surrounded. Now, on to today's topic. Hey guys, I just came across an article regarding SSDs, and the first thing that came to my mind with these SSDs is that is the PlayStation 5. Obviously, one of the things that PlayStation is trying to build up for next gen is going to be what they're going to do with the internals of the system, and that could be GPU and CPU. Definitely, they talked about that. But one of the things that we didn't see this time around with the PlayStation 4 was them talking about SSDs. And SSDs, if you don't know, are much faster than HDDs. And when in regards to how fast that is, Mark Cerny, the architect, the one designing the PlayStation 5 currently, he gave an example on the difference in speed, and it's night and day basically. And that is, if you take Spider-Man, if you quick travel in Spider-Man, it takes you about, I think he said about 15-14 seconds with the regular HDD. So basically, on the regular old PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 4 Pro, it takes you about 15 seconds. Let's just say. On the PlayStation 5 or with SSDs, that only takes you about like zero point 0.8 seconds. That's under a second. That is that's crazy. That's a crazy amount of time difference. So SSDs are incredibly faster than HDDs, and that's why I found this article incredibly interesting, in my opinion, because I think this is what leads up to how this is why we're getting SSDs next year, or hopefully when the PlayStation 5 comes out. So let me read you a little bit off of the article. It says here, so by the end of the year, SSD rates per gigabyte could dip below 10 cents for the first time ever. That makes them the most affordable that they've ever been. So that is interesting. If you guys have ever shopped for like a laptop or whatever, or just a desktop computer, SSDs are pretty expensive. They're significantly more expensive than regular HDDs. They're incredibly worth it. Like, they're definitely worth it over an HDD. But unfortunately, they're more expensive, and they don't have the capacity. They don't have the large capacity that HDDs have. So usually, you would find something that's like 512 gigabytes. You get that instead of regular old 2 terabyte hard drive, or I guess some people would have like a small SSD with a large HDD, and SSD would run off of the operating system. So that's what people would do, and that's what you usually would do with an SSD, just because it's a lot more expensive. It is, but the difference in speed is incredible. I remember a few years ago I saw a video. This is like after the PlayStation 4 came out, like about a year after, or a few months after it came out. Whenever Grand Theft Auto came out, I remember seeing this video that if you switch between characters, and someone hooked up their PlayStation 5 or 4 with an SSD, and they were switching between the three characters, and it was just night and day difference between using the regular hard drive and the SSD hard drive. And I think on Digital Foundry, they've had videos where they show you the difference on current consoles, what you can do with an SSD as opposed to an HDD. So I think that SSDs are going to be just incredibly not influential, but just much better for gaming in the future. I have heard people speculating that there won't be any loading times. I don't know if Sony themselves has said there will be no loading times. I highly doubt that. Loading times have been in gaming for just forever, and I don't know about that. You're still going to get some kind of loading in your games. And if you guys, if you care for my opinion that much, to me, loading hasn't been as big of a deal, unless you're counting the PlayStation 1, because some games have been just horrendous with loading times. If you guys have played Xenogears or what was it? I think Final Fantasy 8, maybe Final Fantasy 8, but I know Xenogears and one more game, maybe Persona 2. Those games had some loading times that were just like, it's an RPG, so every time you go through the menus, it's like a pause, But a lot of loading, the developers have to get around, and they've been pretty good about that over the years. So to me, they've always been reasonable, albeit some games. But with SSDs, that will be, I guess they're trying to eliminate that, and along with these new CPUs that they're trying to do with in the new PlayStation, I guess these are going to speed up a lot of different things. You're probably going to see a lot of big differences in the PlayStation 5, which should be really cool. So also SSDs, in the example of Spider-Man, he should be able to go a lot faster. So you'd be able to load up the world a lot faster than ever before. So SSDs can load up all those assets a lot quicker and everything, and the CPU and the GPU will go through all that stuff. So as long as there's it's all about balance, I guess. Everything has to have the same kind of speed together. If everything's fast enough and everything's going similar speeds, everything will work out correctly, I think. But that's all I have to say about SSDs. I'm really glad the price is going down finally. I remember years ago people talking about SSDs when it was becoming like an actual really good thing to invest into, and it's really nice now to see it much more accessible, because it's like, to me, I think this is getting down to where this is just going to become like totally mainstream. Like HDDs are just going out of the window. You won't see them anymore, not for like the next 5 years or so. No HDDs. It's going to be gone. Just on how people are just getting, other companies are just overstocking them. So that's a good thing. Just from on the PC side. But yeah, for the PlayStation 5, this should be pretty cool. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.